Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. So once more time I'm here in front of camera. Today I want to talk about something a little controversial, talking about some culture in our country. And many people may not like it, but if you don't like it, that's fine too, but bear with me and try to think on this. So let me first tell you the problem of infection in this country, in Pakistan. So our country is amongst those countries where infant mortality rate is very high. So we have to start from somewhere that we can decrease it. How? We use vaccination to stop the infections, and we give the campaign to make sure that nutrition of the children is better, and we try to start different initiatives where mother and baby can be safe. Still in the world, the first month, 40 to 60% of deaths in infants happens first month of life. What I'm trying to say, if you have to see all the deaths from 0 to 5 years of age, all the deaths which are available in this scenario, 40 to 50 or 60% happen in the very first month. So you can imagine how big a burden on the society it is. That is the reason people came up and they thought of neonatology. Neonatology is the service where you try to protect and care of the babies from birth to 28 days of life. That's very vulnerable area. I will give you another statistics that if you look at the birth of the babies, so one day before birth, perinatal, or the time baby is going through birth, and the next day, 2/3 of all babies which are supposed to die, 2/3 of them die within these 3 days. So where we are lacking, there could be many problems, but if we can say one problem, we can beat much more percentage what we think about. So that is the infection control. So society doesn't know much about infection control all over. The few people which are educated. If you tell the family or the family members that please don't touch the child or wash your hands properly, they get offended. They say, what do you mean? Why do you want me to do that? But nearly and very surely we know that infections are transmitted from the hands and can cause sepsis and death and disabilities. So I saw that culture in my country. It's very interesting. Something they call it chhila. Chhila is where you keep the child, a baby, inside home for 40 days. You're not allowed to see the baby and maybe mother, I'm not sure. So they say something magical about it, it's something spiritual, and the survival rate of the baby is much high. It's quite possible they have been seen in the past history trying to find out that if we put the baby in a chhila station, most probably they will not get infection. So I am with it. I don't know what are the spiritual consequences, but from medical point of view, this is very safe service. As I said, majority of deaths happen in the first 2 to 3 days, and 40 to 50% of all the deaths up to 5 years of age are caused by infections. When you keep the child in chhila, the baby's flora is with mom's flora. So all other people are excluded. There is no infection. Ultimately, the survival rate of these babies is much higher than the babies which don't have this practice. So please go ahead and try to do it. And if you don't want to go into the particular ritual, wash your hands. Tell the family to do it. Tell the family the statistics, how bad it could be if we don't take care of the babies. And if you go a little further, with passage of time, many other diseases come up, like there are different kinds of diarrheas, gastrointestinal problems. We have upper respiratory infections. We have epidemics. We have problem of malnutrition. So all these problems together, along with the infection, wreaks havoc amongst our people. So please, if you are not interested in chhila, get interested to decrease the exposure of the baby to other people. It's only for 28 days. Because the first 28 days are very sensitive. There is no defense on the babies. Once the baby goes out of it, goes to the 40 days, then his strength start building up. At the same time, if baby is breastfeeding, that is very good initial support. So keep yourself and baby clean. Give mom's milk continuously. Keep away from other people. Tell them to wash their hands when they touch, at least first 3 months. And if any previous any problem you know, go to the pediatrician and try to get it solved. And then their infections which cause problem, try to go and get the vaccination for that. And if possible, go to well child visits where at a frequent rate like 6 months to a year you go to the pediatrician and make sure that the child's problems are solved and fixed. If they are not, then we can redirect our efforts and try to treat the problems child has. So maybe we talk about this in the later videos. Thank you very much.